Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. Today we're going to be building another car. I know we've been building a lot of cars as of recently, but we're actually going to be taking one of them apart, and that is the Porsche 911 Turbo S. This one right here, which of course is a rebrickable model of the original Porsche Turbo Targa. So we're going to be rebuilding this one here, and we're actually going to be converting it into the Ford GT40, which is done by the same designer as this one here and also as the Lamborghini Countach. But I just think this one looks too similar to this, and I really like the look of the Ford GT40. So the first thing that we have to do in this instance is part this one out and sort all of the pieces by part type, and then head over to Rebrickable.com, check out Fredo's Lego cars, where we can download or purchase and download our instructions. Oh, that came off. But yeah, we're going to part this one out and then purchase our instructions and start to build it. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that right now, and then I'll show you the end result of the Ford GT40. So I just finished building the Ford GT40, and I really enjoyed this build. Nothing against the Porsche, I just feel like it was pretty similar to the original model, and this one here is completely different. So you can buy the Porsche set and create a vehicle that is literally completely different. This is a Ford GT40. So that's pretty cool. Let's have a detailed look at this beauty. This is a sleek design. This thing looks amazing. You know what I really like about it is this stripe. It starts right at the nose here, goes through the hood, to the roof, right to the back. It's even on the spoiler. I really like that. Obviously, it resembles a Ford GT40 just perfectly. It's awesome. And you know, most Ford GT40s have that stripe going through the center of the car. It's interesting the way the front is built. It's very different from the Porsche, right? Sort of like squarish, rounded on the corner here. We've got some of these angle plates at a nice angle there. And the headlights are actually those 1x2x2 glass panels. Really nicely done. Got the New York license plate on the front there. Some nice curved slopes here to round out on either side of the hood. The hood will pop open just like that there. The engine is in the back of this thing, and the back does open up in an extremely unique way that I really like. Here you can just see some of the mechanisms in there. Does have working steering that is connected to the steering wheel. So when I turn the wheel or the tires, the steering wheel within moves, which is nice. This one here has a windscreen, which is beauty. I like having the windscreen used. I don't really like having it left over in the end, right? Doesn't look it doesn't look that good when there's no windscreen in a LEGO Creator Expert car. Maybe you can get away with it in Technic, but in my opinion, when it's LEGO Creator Expert, I think it needs to be done. We've got some nice curved tiles over top of the rim elements there, or wheels, I should say. And then we got the doors here with the side mirrors, and then the door handle is just a 1x2 modified plate with the slide. Nothing too crazy, but it does the job. These are hinged at an angle. They look good. It's just a tile, the 1x3 plate underneath, and then just a 1x1 there to fill in the gap. It fills in the gap pretty good on either side of the windscreen. We can access the interior by opening the doors, of course. You can see we've got some profile bricks there and a pretty nice interior that will be revealed by, boom, very easily popping the roof off. The roof is just held on by two studs, and it just goes onto that red plate there. So very easy to open up and reveal the interior. I like that. It is a bit cramped, so you can't really see in there, but I mean, it's a GT40. I think GT40s are designed for speed. I recall seeing the GT40 and Ford versus Ferrari. That was a very good movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. You got your steering wheel there, just a couple 1x1 circular tiles with the print to represent the speedometer and stuff like that. You got a gear shift in the middle. The seats resemble the original model very closely. The Porsche that we took apart was definitely, you know, a lot different. The seats were completely different. I like the original style of seats. And then I think we've got the dark orange dash there. That looks really good. Pretty cramped in there, but definitely, you know, gets the point across that you've got two seats, no back seat obviously in this sports car. We've got the nice molded pieces over the back tire here. I don't really know what this represents. Looks sort of squarish there, but Looks good. Then it's nicely curved around here with this slope element there and these sort of wedge pieces. You can see your engine in the back window. There is no back window. It's just an opening there, which I'm okay with. The back, I'm okay with that. The front, not really, but that I'm okay with. The back looks really good. Looks just like a Ford GT40. You can see the original over there. It's got like this at the unique angle, right? That's sort of how the GT40 was. So it closely resembles that. We've got the tail lights there with just a 2x2 circular tile piece there, and then the 1x1 studs sort of just stuck in it. Then the exhaust right there with these great elements on either side. Once again, that stripe perfectly goes from the front way to the back through the spoiler, which I really, really enjoy. Now, the way this thing opens up is super neat. Actually just pop open like so. It is a little bit delicate, so you got to be a little bit careful. But it can pop open just like that to reveal the engine within. The engine isn't overly detailed. You've got like these elements right here, like the chrome, and then like that tube right there. But yeah, it looks good. You got some of the dark orange in here and some tiles and stuff like that. And this is held on by some brackets. It's just 2 of the brackets with 4 studs, so it's held on by 8 studs. Just gotta be a little bit careful because this is pretty heavy, this whole back piece here, but I just love the way that that opens up. I think that's one of the highlights of this, is it's just so different from the Porsche and from the one that we just tore apart. It's just way different. That's so cool. I love that. That's a really neat mechanism there. And then you can see the underside, different than the other ones. I know I don't have the other ones to compare. Well, I do, and I guess we can take a look at that in a moment here, but you can see the underside there, some Technic components to work the steering. Lots of plate and stuff under here. Not as robust with Technic. I mean, you have these long Technic bricks going there, but I feel like it was a good build and actually a little more sound than the other one, a little easier to build than the other one as well. The instructions were pretty much flawless. I do have 2 more models. Well, actually, the original, which you saw over here, and then I also have another alt build right here as well, which is the Lamborghini. Yeah, so this is that. And these 2 are that. It's so cool how Furious LEGO cars can do that. But you can see the seats. Let's grab the 3rd model. The seats are close to being the same. They are a little bit different, right? A little bit different from one another. And of course, these doors are different. They open up like that, the scissor doors. Whereas these open up like your classic doors. These ones hyperextend in the original model. This one does not. So there's just a hinge there. But yeah, like building these 3 was a pleasure. I feel like the Porsche that we took apart was just a little bit too close, a little bit too similar to the original. And having these on the shelf, you would think they're different sets. You wouldn't think that they're the same set. That's what I really like about the Countach and also the GT40. It is just, they are just substantially different from this, which is really neat. And that's one reason I didn't build the Targa, because I feel like if I build the Targa, it just looks like a convertible 911. You know what I mean? So like I feel like it's very similar to this. So I'm glad that we parted out the Porsche 911, the modern one that we had at the beginning of this video, and built this one. I just feel like it was a good change, and these 3 are going to look spectacular beside one another on the shelf. However, I'm not sure if all 3 of them are going to fit side by side on a standard billy shelf. But yeah, there we have the Ford GT40 built from the Porsche 911 turbo set. Oh, I almost forgot. I said we were going to compare the bottom side. So there's the GT40. There's the Lamborghini. You can see how it's more like robust with Technic, I feel. I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit more robust with Technic. Maybe not. It's pretty much the same, I guess, now that I really look at all 3 of them side by side. But yeah, really good build. It's just like Lego. There we go. There's the quote of the day. This set right here is just like Lego. Who would have thought, hey? The things that come out of my mouth sometimes. It's hard to believe that these 3 vehicles are the same set. They're all Porsche 911 Turbo Targa sets. Really neat. Good job, Furious LEGO Cars. I really had a great time today building the Ford GT40. Let me know what you think by commenting below. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.